Hello, vinyl community. My name's Ben. I'm from Melbourne, Australia. I've been watching VC videos for a little while now. I really enjoy them. There's a lot of great personalities out there with very diverse tastes and a lot of strong opinions, which I like. And I thought I'd throw my hat in the ring and have a go. Being from Melbourne, Australia, when I can, I'm going to try and focus on Australian music as much as possible. By no means am I an expert, but I think I have a fairly good selection of most of the important albums from pretty much every era from the 60s onwards, a lot of different styles as well. Yeah, I think we have a very strong scene over here, which is, if anything, probably a little bit unloved on the world stage, or maybe it's just because it's not as well known. But anyway, just to get started, I'm going to show you quickly 6 of my favorites from different eras. So I'll just start off with 1967, The Loved Ones, Magic Box. This is a classic Australian record. Ever Loving Man, The Loved One, and what's the other one on here? Sad Dark Eyes. Were probably the most well-known songs off this. Definitely fits into that ballpark if you like the Nuggets kind of garage rock, hard R&B sound. Australian classic. Next up, the second Saints record. I could have picked any of the first 3. This is the original Saints when Chris Bailey and Ed Cooper were still together, and not the band known as the Saints, which is just fronted by Chris Bailey these days. I think Chris Bailey might be solo now, but he had a version of the Saints going for quite a long time. This is worth it alone just for Know Your Product, and also This Perfect Day. 2 classic Australian punk rock songs. Next up, The Go-Betweens from 1983. If you're going to know a song off this, it's probably Cattle and Cane. This is the original 3-piece with Lindy Morrison, Robert Forster and Grant McClellan, before they expanded and become a bit more pop-oriented. This is a great record. There's some great pop moments, but it's sort of got some nice little off-kilter weird bits before their sound, I wouldn't say got too smoothed out. It's definitely very catchy, great stuff, but this is my favourite record of theirs. And now we jump to the 90s, 1996 in fact. This is the Dirty 3, which sounded like nothing else that was going on in the 90s. Guitar, drums and violin. All instrumental, absolutely beautiful music, ethereal, also can be ferocious as well. Amazing, amazing band. Great band. Lucky enough to have seen them live several times. But who knows if we'll see them back in action again now. Warren Ellis seems to be full-time collaborating with Nick Cave, and Mick and Jim have a myriad of other projects of their own and with others. But brilliant, brilliant original band. Next up, we have Eddy Current, Suppression Ring from 2006. These guys were just what I needed at that time when things were getting a little bit, how shall we say, cardigan wearing and introspective. And this was a good shot of raw, sharp punk rock. Brilliant stuff. Mikey Young, the guitarist of Eddy Current, Suppression Ring, has had his fingerprints over a lot of the Melbourne and Australian scene the last 10 years, either producing, mixing, helps out a lot of young bands. He's put out 2 compilations of early 70s Australian music of pretty rare stuff. A lot of it I'd never heard of. Fantastic compilations too. Also played in a number of great bands after Eddy Current, Suppression Ring, such as the Ooga Boogers and Total Control. Released electronic albums under his own name, and The Green Child. Brilliant record. Great band, and pretty much everything attached to what Mikey Young does is worth chasing down. And last but not least, King Gizzard and the Lizard Wizard. These guys have taken Australia and, dare I say, the world by storm in the last 10 years. Completely independent, which is one of the things I love about them. Have their own record label, do everything themselves, have their own festival over here as well. Very original sound, a big stew of prog, rock, metal, jazz, very, very strange time signatures. They're a big band. They've got 2 drummers, 3 guitarists, bass player, keyboard player who also plays harmonica, and there's flutes in there and all sorts of things. But this is the one for me, Nonagon Infinity, where I think it all came together. And around this time they were playing some absolutely amazing shows. I think they're on tour again, COVID willing, over in the States and Europe. If you've never seen them, check them out. They'll blow your mind. Anyway, that's a little quick overview of me and some things I like. So hopefully you like that too, and we'll see how this goes. Take care.